The Telegraph are reporting that MPs who believe women can have a penis will be named and shamed ahead of the general election. An army of volunteers in a non-political grassroots campaign is planning to meet all MPs and prospective parliamentary candidates and ask them a simple question: what is a woman? Their answer will be video recorded and uploaded individually to a website which is being launched in the coming months. Sharon Davies, MBE, the former Olympic swimmer and feminist campaigner who has been appointed as the campaign's first ambassador, said it would let voters know if their MP is going to stand up for women. So could the inability to define what a woman is influence the outcome of the next election? Let's ask one of the best-known former politicians in the country, ex-government minister and broadcaster Edwina Currie. Edwina, is this published list the right thing to do?
Well, I feel slightly uncomfortable about it, I must admit, for a variety of reasons. Given that, you know, I'm a woman, always been a woman, I'm not going to let you check, but you can take my word for it. Had children, all the rest of it. But I feel slightly anxious about it because I think the main issue is we're going to be really challenging people in a really quite aggressive way. And it seems to me that that is making exactly the same mistakes as the trans lobby have been making recently. You know, I'm a believer in free speech. It's one of the reasons why I'm on GB News, as you are. Yeah. And it seems to me that that means that we have to allow people to voice their opinions and indeed stand by those opinions, defend them, without being so aggressive that we're trying to cancel them. That's part of my real problem. I'm also slightly worried that, you know, I do have friends who are genuine transgender. People have always been around, long before all this row. And I want them to feel comfortable. I don't want them to feel persecuted. So that's why I'm sort of, you know, a bit anxious about it. I love Sharon Davies, and I think the campaign by sportswomen to stop so-called trans men being on the podium in first place ahead of them, I think that's absolutely right, because those men are cheats. You know, they're liars. They shouldn't be allowed to compete in those competitions. But when it comes to trying to cancel an opinion, no, I don't think that's right.
No, and I completely understand your points about women's sport, whilst at the same time including trans people with the choice they've made. I'm a libertarian, so if you are Steve and you want to become Rebecca, good luck to you, Edwina, and I'm sure you feel the same. But at the moment, women are being called cis women and birthing humans. The word mother has been removed from NHS literature. Do you not think these stories are going to become an election issue in the year's time?
Oh, I think for some people they certainly will be. And I agree with you absolutely. Language makes all the difference. You know, you've got to be a little bit careful about saying a woman is somebody who has a womb, because, you know, there are a lot of older women who no longer have a uterus, and they're not going to want to be cancelled. I can think of a few, not a million miles from where I'm sitting right now, for example. So you've got to be careful how you define these things. But broadly speaking, a mother is a woman who's had children or adopted children, and, you know, man is the other half of that with a bit of luck. I don't see a problem there. I do see a problem with aggressive hounding of parliamentary candidates who may well have different opinions. And different opinions is what really makes this country such a vibrant place. Will it make a difference to the election? In one or two cases, it certainly might. But I'd much rather we debate the state of the economy. I'd much rather debate the state of the nation. And that's only a very small part of it.
Edwina, briefly, if you can, you tackled a wave of political correctness when you were in frontline politics in the 80s and 90s. People complained, didn't they, about PC gone mad. Do you remember that? But this current woke onslaught on society is on another level, isn't it? Rewriting our history, mangling language.
Well, it's more than that, because in many cases, people are being cancelled. You think of J.K. Rowling and how she has been treated. They have been cancelled because they have wanted to reclaim safe space for women, like women's toilets, and to stop men going in there, like women's prisons, and to stop men going in there. Very seldom does any man go in there with pure motives. They're often going there for very nefarious reasons. So there's a heck of a lot there that needs to be rowed back. Absolutely. And the trans lobby, I think, has done their cause an enormous amount of damage. It shows, the opinion polls show that we are far less tolerant now of trans people than we were even 20 years ago. And I'm for a tolerant society. I'm relaxed. I'm a little bit libertarian like you. I want everybody to be happy. As long as they pay their taxes and behave themselves, I'm happy too. That's the way forward.
Edwina, look forward to catching up again soon. Former government minister and best-selling author, broadcaster as well, Edwina Currie.